You've alluded to it last night and today about the concern of the short break or the getting back into the next game. Are you concerned with tonight's game of how your team will respond based on having the break?
Well, for sure, the players want to be ready. The players have done everything they could yesterday and today. We've touched on the basic things to get our habits back. We know what the game plan is. The task is clear. The activation level really is we got to get into a game. I mean, there's nothing like that. And we came in after the Christmas break, which was only 1 day different. Really, it was 4 days. Now we got 5, and we had a terrific first period. So, like I said before, in Europe, I've lived it for a few years, and after every break, no difference whatsoever in what you did. So I think it's just building our game as we move along, and hopefully we do a good job defensively in the first period, and there's still a game after the first period. Now we just build it up and keep it tight. I think we played a very good game against them last game. It could definitely have gone either way. The one thing that we need to do better is bear down. I mean, the last 3 games, it was a post-festival, and a lot of rebounds that should have gone in. I mean, those were clear goals that we should have had, and we didn't get them, and we paid for it. But I think we just got to keep doing what we're doing.
Was the break good for the health of your hockey club?
The health, yeah, we should have. Well, the lineup is might make a little. Have to make a little decision after warm up, but generally, I mean, all the guys that were there last game, Smitty's coming back, so that's good. That's really good for our team. And he'd been on a tear before he got injured, and certainly one of the reasons why we had success games in a row. But just got to wait and see after warm up. We might make a little change, but we'll see.
Is there a timeline on MacArthur now that you're back?
Same timeline as we had before, same as Craig. We're looking at end of January, beginning of February for both of them.
Curtis Lazar mentioned that he's looking at this as game 1 for him. Do you think it was important for him to kind of get a reset over the break?
No, I'll be honest with you. I think the continuity of what you do in life matters, and you build brick by brick whatever you're doing. And if he thinks it's good for him to reset in his mind, that's fine. But to me, it's a building process, and you gotta build on the things that are important, the basics. And he's missed all of camp, and he's missed. He had to go down the American League and try to get the game back, the timing back, and all that. And then after that, catch up to the NHL level. Which, I mean, you look at Stoner as a first liner, and it took him a while. And he's a terrific player. And it's always the same. You miss the camp, you're in trouble. It takes time, and that's what he had to live, and that's where he's at right now. He's got to find a niche. He's got to become indispensable at what he does, and right now he's trying to build that. So I don't think he starts at zero. I don't think it's a white page. I don't think it's just a normal building process where he has to find a niche.
You said one possible change. Is that an injury concern, or is it just a personnel?
No, we'll see. It's a little. We'll see. It's a little issue there. We'll see what happens. So after the warm up.
Do you need to get licensed some time, some playing time?
At some point, absolutely. So I mean, right now we'll see if we can get him some ice time. If we can't, he has to get some games at some point for sure. So the reality is, I always say it's you want guys to play, but you can't pull guys out just because you want to get somebody in. You pull guys out when the guy deserves to be pulled out. And the other one deserves to get in, and the problem with him is that he deserves to get in, but there's nobody deserves to get out, and so he's been waiting, and that's rare. Usually, your defensive core is hurt very often, and they fall like flies, and cross our fingers that they don't, and it's just he's the one paying for the lack of injuries, but it just says something about the other guys. The other guys have been doing well, so we want to keep that consistency.
You saw Washington just before the break. What do you see from them? I mean, they're red hot with 4 straight wins. That makes them one of the best teams in the league right now.
Well, I never thought they weren't. So whatever pace they were on, for me, Washington was and is one of the best teams in the NHL. So I mean, at any moment they can explode offensively. They can defend. They got good goaltending. I mean, you look at their lineup. There are really no weaknesses out there. So if you want to beat them, you got to play a tremendous game, and play a tight game. If you open up the floodgates, they're going to jump in it. I think it's for whatever reason, I think they feel they started a little slower than they. But to me, I look at them now and I look at them last year. They're just as good. So I just feel maybe the other teams have gotten better. I don't think they've gotten worse. So they're just as good as they were before. So that's how I see them.